Hey guys, here we're going to show you a new way to use your Homtone cold brew coffee maker. So let's get into it. What we're going to be doing is using ice cubes directly in the machine to expedite that cooling off process so that we don't have to wait in the refrigerator, right? So we're going to use our coffee chamber here, and we're going to fill it up with coffee. And we're going to actually fill it up to the maximum line here. That way we can make sure that that ice doesn't slow down our extraction too much, that slowdown doesn't affect the final drink too much. So here I'm going to look for a maximum line up there. We have some freshly ground coffee powder here. So the key difference here is just one step, adding ice to the airflow chamber. So that's what we'll be doing next. Make sure we don't exceed that max line. All right, we're just shy of it. All right, so here we have our airflow chamber. That's the part that goes on top of the coffee powder chamber. We're going to take some ice cubes here. We've got the little ones, the chewy ones. I like them. I'm just going to put some of those inside of there. Okay, so the water will still flow through there just fine. The only key difference is that this will affect the amount of water that can actually fill into this airflow chamber. So we recommend to actually, that you may prefer to use the 30-minute or the longer brew cycle just to make up for that reduced extraction basically. It's going to slow down the extraction a bit. All right, so we're going to put everything together here. So we have our coffee powder in the bottom chamber, our ice cubes in the airflow chamber. Usually this is just air. And finally, we'll add some water. If you want, you can also make adjustments to the coffee to water ratio. So I mentioned that we're going to use the maximum dose of coffee powder here. And we're going to use, for the water, we might come just a little bit below the maximum this time. So here I'm maybe a quarter inch, half inch past the minimum line. So we still made sure to reach that minimum point just there below the water level. Everything's tightened on. Okay, so let's go ahead and hit the button. 3, 2, 1, action. We're going to give it a double press for that 30-minute longer brew cycle. All right, so we've gone ahead and done a cycle of the cold brew. So now we can remove our main unit here. I like to press the button once and just let it push the remaining coffee liquid out of there because we don't want to waste it. It'll also make cleanup a bit easier. Set that aside. So as you can see, actually, pretty much all of our ice is melted from inside there. So that's part of the reason why we chose to use a lower water ratio. So we started with a lower amount of water than we typically would, but also because the cold water, the ice, will cause the extraction to slow down a bit. So we also don't want to dilute it too much to make up for that slowed extraction. You know, cold coffee or lower brewing temperatures of water will slow down extraction. Right. So here we have our coffee. It's already nice and cold, you know, as if it's been in the refrigerator for a couple hours. Just go ahead and pour a glass. So we've got a clean cup here, some ice. Smells good. So the benefit of using even colder temperatures than room temperature that we often may use, this means that we can also achieve an even lower acidity coffee. So if you like your coffee less sour, especially if you have a type of beans that are maybe more dense or provide a more sour flavor, then this might be the perfect way to have that nice smooth finish when you're cold brew. Thanks for watching.